the inspiration for Modern Manners? What brought you together to work on the book?
Well, the book was brought about simply because I saw a tremendous need with young professionals.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they would lose their advantage in their job because they were rude.
Well, it's true.
Really,
You forget
it was
that
amazing.
you know, people are making their opinion about you all of the time, not just when you're sitting at your desk. Yep.
And I decided they didn't know what they didn't know.
That's true.
So this is how the book came about.
Because it's been a couple of generations of everybody being out of the house and working
Right.
multiple jobs.
Yes.
So a lot of those things are just things that they're not aware
Right,
of.
right.
It's a good foundation, you know, it has those basic values, I think. Just, there's so many lessons in the book, but the thing that I always walk away from it is just to really, she always said to me in any situation to just stop and look and listen when you're nervous, when you're excited, when you're overwhelmed, and really take everything in and just remember those basic kindness. And
That's a great life rule, not just a rule about manners. Is that the most important message, you think? If people take away one thing from the book, is that the theme?
I think that people are rushing, and they don't take the time to really interact. And as Liv said, if they just take the time to pause and analyze the situation, it only takes a second.
which is so hard to do sometimes because we're all, you know,
so busy.
Yeah.
And the more you work and you feel you're looking for that balance, which I think is nothing you should strive for. It's silly. You should
There's
just
so much
enjoy
pressure on us.
Yeah. You should just enjoy what time you do have, and you'll enjoy your food more. You'll learn more about each other if you really saturate that time.
Yeah.
And
Right. Well, and she, one of the things
stay
that
calm.
she,
What were her manners like as a little girl?
Well, she lived with me for 2 years in Washington, D.C.
I went to live with her when I was 6.
And
I was kind of a wild tomboy at that time. I was very loud,
but she would
very crazy.
She would listen, and that was important. I even took her to board meetings with me. But I would
Really?
Yes, I would explain to her ahead of time what I had to do, and later we would go
And
have
what the
dinner.
expectations were. Yeah.
And I think this is a problem today with today's parents. They don't explain to the child what you're going to do if you go to a movie or a play or something. I think the child is much more comfortable if you explain to them, this is what we're going to do.
And this is what's expected.
Yeah, and they like it. They
Yeah.
like the challenge, and it makes them feel good about themselves to know that
I
they're
was
doing
so
a good
proud.
job.
You know, if my mom got us into a fancy restaurant that didn't want to have children in the dining room or something, but they'd let us in and we knew how, you know, which fork to use and to sit up with good posture. And I felt so proud that I was, you know, that I knew. It's great. And how is Milo? Is he taking to the whole manners thing?
It's funny because I wasn't hard on him about it at all when he was younger. I mean, when she comes, we always get really nervous and we're like, oh my God, Gigi's coming. What are we gonna do? But I think we always taught him those things and tried to show him the example. And now he just started doing them out of nowhere. He's almost 9, and one of his friends was really using a fork and knife properly this summer and stuff. And suddenly he just like everything clicked. And last night he cleared the table for us and did the dishes.
Oh, good job, Mom.